nookie, sir.
What?
Get out.
Perfect. Hey, welcome everyone to Content Pending, the show with Travis and Dylan. I'm Travis.
I'm Dylan.
And we're a podcast that takes place at Austin, Texas, at Don's Depot, one of our favorite bars in the entire world. If you've never been and you're in Austin, or if you've never been to Austin and want to have a drink somewhere, go to Don's Depot. You can also check out our show, as we're featured here, on contentpending.com. You can go to the iTunes store and look up Content Pending the show, or find us on Facebook or Twitter, anything that says Content Pending and the show. Tell your friends. Enjoy it. Our show is a conversation we have about things that have happened over the week with some drinks and some interesting people. This week, I'm very happy to have Adam McWaters coming back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Wave at the camera, I guess, if you feel like it.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. How have you been doing, buddy?
I've been all right. You know, sleepless, but that's pretty par for the course.
Because of baby?
Because of baby.
Okay.
He's all right, though. He's surprisingly chill most of the time, until he's not.
Better than Isaac was before? Or?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
It's hard to tell because I already went through this. I just wonder if it's easier because I already know what to expect, which I didn't with Isaac.
Okay.
Or if he's just actually easy.
Fair. Okay.
But who cares?
Right.
I'm alive. I'm feeling good. He's alive. That's my job.
That is true. That's really your one job right now.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
I mean, that's the reason why, they say like the most annoying sound in the entire world, in the entire English language, is taking a baby's crying and reversing it. Like literally is considered the most annoying thing.
Do you know why?
Because genetic malfunction, or
no? Because technically, by default, the worst sound in the world is a baby crying that isn't your baby. Because they're different. Like you can identify yours, and everyone else's is fucking wrong and terrible. Well, so when you reverse it, it's wrong and terrible. So it's already somebody else's baby, right?
Oh,
so you hate it.
I like that.
That's science, kids.
It's finally
fucking
science.
Learn it.
This week, we got some stuff in the backlogs, but this is going to be an episode about whatever happened this week, which is, what day is it? June 1st, according to my watch? Still June 1st? Okay. It's been a really weird week for politics, and I'd say let's just wait. So if you've already listened to the show, you kind of know what the deal is. If you never listened to it all the way through, what we like to do is we like to leave the really serious stuff for later. So if you want to have
we're drunk,
we're drunk, and we're very smart. And if you want to have
at our smartest,
if you want to have that conversation and hang out with us and tell us what you like or what you don't like, or anything we talk about up until that point, 802-359-7468 is a phone number you can call or text, or you can questions at contentpending.com. You can also go to youtube.com/contentpending. You can see our live shows as we start to record them, and if people start to actually like it, then you can also put little comments in there, and we can figure that shit out too.
And we'll probably ignore them.
You can also see part of our super soft birthday party for a friend.
I know camera's facing that, but I
think that guy's
you can see that, but it's like 3 times, if not 10 times that on that other side.
Yeah, the other side's definitely got more.
Yeah.
So if you're in town and you want to come to a super soft birthday party,
we
got you covered.
This is going to come out like 3 weeks from now. But,
joke's on you.
If you have a time machine and you want to come to our party, come up right now. Damn it.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. So what's happened this week that's fun? I guess that's the easiest thing. The weekend fun. Something that's entertaining, like movies, music, TV, stuff. Because I mentioned off air that I'm excited about Jessica Jones coming back. It's season 3, right?
I'm always excited about more Jessica Jones.
Right.
Legion's coming up soon too.
New Legion, yes.
Oh, it's the last season of Legion too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof, good stuff.
Super good stuff. So
there's an X-Men movie coming out.
I'm curious about that. What do you know about that? You're my X-Men fan.
I only know that one of my best friends for a bazillion years, who runs a jewelry company, her jewelry is featured on one of the main characters in the movie.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. What? Really?
Yeah.
Can we say her name?
No, not yet.
We can't.
We can't say anything until the movie's released.
Can we say the other friend that we have that has a company that does something similar? Like, if we want to give them a shout out for it?
Well, if anyone knows who I am, they know who this friend is already. So.
Let's assume no one knows anything ever.
No, she actually is under stay quiet clauses until the movie's released.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like a year, almost 2 years ago. Actually.
That hot NDA action.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, like about 2 years ago is when she got the call for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good on her. That's pretty badass. Whoever that might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who knows you, who you are. Yeah. It's like anyone who knows you, you say like, well, my best friend, because you don't want to say blank, 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 saying.
And how dare you assume their gender? God.
Well, he said her. So
I did say it.
I'm talking to both of you.
Roger that.
But to that effect, so they actually are having a movie release party, which is stupid.
Well, it's like any person who's like, an extra in a scene where they just get hit by a car or something, and they're like, ooh, that's me, and like the whole family gets together. Like, I get the energy of it.
Yeah, so
the difference is you actually make a lot more than $50 a day selling your fucking jewelry to Sony,
Yeah. So.
Or is it Fox now? Or excuse me, is it is it the first Marvel X-Men production?
Aren't they all owned by Disney?
Or is it the Phoenix Saga thing?
This is
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix. Yeah.
Cool.
Which
and I'm not sure who owns. I'm sure it's all Disney now.
In the grand scheme of X-Men lore, the Dark Phoenix saga was probably one of their best storylines ever.
However, Sophie Turner is the star of this show. So.
Previously, yeah.
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 Well, I mean, like in the comics and stuff, it was really good, and it was a really fun little twist, and everybody liked it.
But they hired a non-actress.
Sure.
Like I said, there's some possible exceptions upcoming. I don't know how it's going to be.
I'm going to watch it
with the way it's going.
I like X-Men.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Movies that were released recently that I also think about watching that I probably will secretly. Either of you see Aladdin?
No.
Why?
No, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. What about Detective Pikachu?
No, I haven't watched it.
No,
either.
really?
No. I was not enraptured by Pokemon like you were. Like I missed the whole boat.
Yeah.
So it's like
I wouldn't say you
fun.
missed it.
It's true. I don't.
I like to think it's a Ryan Reynolds product. It sounds like the only time that a video game movie has ever been good, because it is good ratings or whatever.
Come
and
on,
it seems
Super Mario Brothers.
I said good.
I'm sorry. Get out.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, get out. Get out again.
Mortal Kombat. All 9 of them.
You are not winning this argument.
The first Mortal Kombat.
I'm making my point. They're all bad.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no such thing as a good comic book movie adaptation.
Doom.
That's why I said. That's why.
Thank you.
That's why I was saying specifically that it seems like the only good one. So and I'm excited about that. And it's also Ryan Reynolds.
Apparently, people are loving it.
Yeah.
So I will watch it eventually. It's just I don't have like an aching desire to do that.
Yeah. I'm not going to pay for that.
But eventually it will come to pass that I'm up and I want to watch something, and there it is. And I'll go, yeah, all right.
Sure.
And then I'll watch it.
What about the next Spider-Man?
Very excited about Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I've liked a lot of those movies already, and I expect to like this one as well.
Dylan?
I still haven't seen the Homecoming yet.
How the fuck?
Yeah,
I switched back to this camera just so I can make this reaction. How the moo?
'Cause I just don't really care.
I mean, I guess I can't fight that, but also like it's a bummer that you didn't see it before the fatigue set in, because it is like a good movie.
Homecoming was a good movie.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Actually, I tried watching it, but your Plex crapped out. So.
All right. I'll take that L. That's fine. Fine by me.
The first 3 minutes was great, though.
That actually does throw a variable in that I was not expecting.
Piracy's killing the movie industry.
Think about the set painter.
What movies are you guys excited for, though?
Well, like I said, that Bite Me movie that I told you I came across on accident.
Remind me about Bite Me.
You want me to tell the story again? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Facebook.
Dude, I drink so much,
Yeah, I know. You had a lot between 5 minutes ago and now.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Facebook there were some advertisements for a screening happening in Austin, which of course got fed to my feed because I'm in Austin. And it was for a movie called Bite Me, and the whole blurb of it was like all the information was about the screening, but there was one sentence about the movie itself that was. Bite Me is a subversive romantic comedy about a real-life vampire and the IRS agent that audits her. To which I was just like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like that's I need to see that.
That's the answer.
I don't even care if it's dog shit. Like I love it. That's how you should that's how you should advertise movies. Just with a one sentence blurb about what it's literally about.
Yeah.
And then let the rest of the details happen in the movie. I love it.
I mean, like an elevator pitch that really just punches you right in the nuts. Like,
Right.
It sounds perfect. Like, what would you say what was the elevator pitch for a Comrade Detective? Which I found out recently, and I guess I completely misunderstood what it was before, because I thought it was actually found footage that they redid, but I found out that it was 100% faked. But it was done like it was redone, like a Blair Witch Project, but comedy thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was literally like they just took a bunch of, like, they took an actual propaganda film and then just redubbed it like What's Up, Tiger Lily?
Yeah.
Which is like still one of my favorite Woody Allen movies of all time. And Dylan, you know about it, right? You know about What's Up, Tiger Lily, right?
Of course. Yeah.
You're the only other person in the world, and even Woody Allen has forgotten about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Oh, it's great. But okay, so yeah, bite.
Sorry.
Okay. What about
What's the elevator pitch for Comrade Detective?
Yeah.
Would just be good communist.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty much. I loved it. I loved every fucking minute of that piece of shit. It was awesome.
There's another movie coming up called Yesterday. Have you guys seen anything about Yesterday? I think we talked about that for a second.
That actually looks kind of interesting and fun. I'm not sure if they'll pull it off,
Right.
but I love the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds amazing. Adam, do you know anything about
I
it?
don't.
Okay, so the idea is like, it's about a guy who is a guitarist. He's like trying to be a musician, and his like girlfriend's super supportive.
Oh, no, it was the one. Yeah, okay. So then he
Like,
wakes
so
up and he writes all the Beatles songs in
he
an
like-
alternate
yeah, he-
universe or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So he
okay.
basically he runs into a car and he gets knocked out and he wakes up and the Beatles have never existed. So he
Yeah.
just starts playing a song. They're like, "Oh, that's beautiful. Did you write that?" And he's like, "No, it's the Beatles." They're like, "Who?"
Yeah.
And then yeah.
And he becomes super duper famous for okay, yeah. I did see the trailer for that. It looks pretty interesting.
It looks like it's going to wreck all his relationships too. Which
Yeah.
like it looks like it's not just like a goofy. What was that?
Hot Tub Time Machine.
What was the Will?
Super bad.
The Will Ferrell movie where he was where he can hear a narration of his life.
Oh yeah. Can't remember the name of that one. That was
Yeah.
okay though.
I think I missed that one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Like, he's like basically walking to work, like, and then there's a narration going on, and he's essentially like getting ready for work in the morning, like he makes sure his clock is ready, and the person's like, every single day, blah blah blah, wakes up and he brushes his teeth exactly this many times, he makes sure his watch is or whatever, and every single day he walks down the thing, but today is the day he's going to die, and then Will Ferrell looks up in the sky and he's like, who, what, and then he can hear the entire narration, whatever. And it's really charming, honestly.
Yeah, it's a cute movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to remember the name of that now.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
if only we had the world's knowledge in our pockets.
Travis doing like 19 things at a time over here.
Most of it.
I know, that's why I said our pockets.
They're so far away.
They're down here, and I'm right here.
Let's take our first break, and we'll come back and do a little bit more show.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
bye-bye.
For we orbit nothing. You orbit us.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is segment 2 of Contemplating the Show, etc., etc.
Is that what segment 2 is called now?
It's called etc., etc. Yeah. More often
et
not.
cetera.
Et
cetera. etc. Et cetera.
So I'm saying etc. I guess.
It's like espresso.
Yeah. It's the same problem we have with espresso.
Oh, I'm sorry for that, guys. I feel bad.
That's all right. Everybody says it. You're not the only one. I'm just here to make sure you know it.
But for the record, the movie was Stranger Than Fiction.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
We looked it up.
Yay!
That's what breaks are for.
They did the math. So if you're looking for the political segment, this is not it. We're still having fun.
Yeah, we're not drunk yet.
Yeah. Especially because this week has been tough politically.
Has it?
For a lot of people, yeah. Like
England?
Oh, I mean for the States. Like all the...
Oh.
England has some stuff going on too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did. And
Well, for a while it wasn't that big of a deal. No, that's segment 3. Anyway.
yeah, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. So what do we want to talk about
And
instead?
we don't want to ruin the softest birthday party. All right? So we can't do it too early,
Right,
so calm down.
So we can at least say Letterkenny is awesome.
Yes, we can. Letterkenny is awesome.
Is exceptional. It is excellence in television form from Canada. I love every fucking second of it.
Available on Hulu.
Yes.
Yep.
All of it.
With a new season.
For us U.S. folk.
A new season coming soon.
Excellent.
On the Hulu.
So a friend of ours, her name is Piper, and she's amazing.
Yes, she is.
Piper wanted to throw a very soft or a super soft birthday for her good friend Jeff Angus, and everyone who knows Jeff Angus knows
He
that-
deserves a super soft birthday party.
He's
Yeah.
the softest.
Yes,
He's a big softie.
he's a big softie for sure. He also really loves Letterkenny, and it's going to be next Sunday. So what's funny about next Sunday? What's funny about next Sunday is there is a television convention in town,
Is there really?
and everyone except for Wayne from the Rednecks will be in town.
Whoa. Say what?
Yeah. So
We need to crash that.
we've
shit.
reached out to what's the fucking what is the real name? The comedian. He's the actual comedian. Fucking God. Wook.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Squirrely Dan, the guy who plays Squirrely Dan, who plays Dan.
Yeah. I don't understand.
But so like we've reached out to him to see if there's any way, because if there's any way we can get him to come, we might be able to get Katie to come.
and that's what I
because-
appreciate about you.
And Daryl's here too.
Actually, he'd probably do it.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
he's not famous.
K. Trevor Wilson.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
Thanks, phone.
Thanks, phone. But yeah, so it's just
yeah,
really funny
we need
happenstance.
to crash that.
Oh well, I mean, like
Yeah.
we're going to
No,
that.
we need to import that. That's what we need. We
Yeah,
need
they need to come to
import
Don's
it.
Depot next week.
I love their stories.
It's not a Don's. It's a friend's house. It's like a little backyard thing. They're gonna do the whole like super soft like in the backyard with like.
We've done the show in someone's backyard before.
Oh, I know.
I'm saying we bring them here separately from you. I don't
Well-
want to crash that birthday.
Well, exactly. So that my thought is that if we can confirm that K. Trevor
Wilson.
Nelson
Wilson.
thank you, will be here. Oh God, he's gonna listen to this episode and realize that I keep flubbing his. It's because of the beer, dude. I'm sorry. Just drinking the beers.
It's because of the beard.
Have another puppers.
Puppers.
That's what I appreciate about you.
It'd be really rad to have them kind of come on the show too, but like honestly, whatever. I don't want to fuck up the trajectory of actually them going to a super soft birthday, you know, because it'd be badass.
Or the trajectory of what they're actually in town for and what their agent says they have to do.
I know that's
and
earlier in
yada,
the
yada.
that's earlier in the day. That's totally fine.
What is that event?
There's always kidnapping. My rates are summer rates right now, like super discounts.
That's right.
You in that gig economy?
Oh yeah. It's the future, man.
Actually, it'd be really easy to kidnap Canadians who are visiting Texas in the middle of summer. You go, hey, I have air conditioning.
Right.
And that's it.
A Whataburger.
Beer, AC.
Seriously, it's just the beer, really, for Mr. Wilson. But anyway, yeah. So I'm
Love Whataburger.
Well, what is this event? A TV event? What is that?
it is as far as I know, it's a television appreciation conference.
It's what they appreciate about
It's
you.
what they appreciate, and so they have at
Oh,
least
is that what you appreciate about me?
they
Yeah, it
have
is.
at least one panel devoted to Letterkenny with
That's
some
fantastic.
with some producers and stuff. But it's like those three. But the guy who plays Wayne isn't in town or something. But
Jared Keeso.
yeah.
Yes.
So,
We need to find some links and post that in places.
well, this won't even come out by the time. You know, this one.
Yes.
Irregardless.
The heist will have
sure.
already been done
Yeah,
by the
hopefully.
time this arrives. But here's some foreshadowing. We're going to kidnap us some Canadians.
Adam, I love you so much.
I love you too.
So, I just like.
But
how much weight have you lost recently?
25 or 30 pounds.
You were literally getting closer and closer to looking like the nerdrotic dude.
I
I know.
No, he's way heavier than me.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. No.
He just has more hair
Let me believe what
and
I
a shorter beard.
I'm sorry for screwing up.
Please
your
let
reality.
me spin my narrative for reality. He might be my clone. I don't know. I got Chuckles. Chuckles is clearly like just a larger version of me. We were grown in the same lab. Like he was version 1, I'm version 2.
Where was that lab, you think?
Oh, it was underground, like in a desert somewhere.
Just somewhere? You never looked it out?
Probably New Mexico.
Oh, that seems a little on the nose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's a desert. Like, there's a lot of fucking room that nobody owns.
It's Los Alamos, baby.
It could be Vegas. I don't know.
We're not like Area 51 special, but, you know.
Yeah. Area 43.
Yeah.
It's not quite as high.
The Area 51
Yeah.
Starbucks.
It lost funding in like 99. But we're okay. It's cool. It's cool. So you might just be another one of those. I don't know. We're not Facebook friends. And even if we were, I wouldn't be on Facebook usually. So
No, sure.
Which is actually almost exactly what he would say.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
This is a problem, boys.
It wasn't like, I was listening and I was looking at it and I was like, all right, well, he seems a little too, he seems a little too mean for Adam. I was like, I listened to it, whatever. And then he just said, it was the one quote from that video where he said, like I've said before, if you keep complaining about it, I'll keep making them. Which is like, just like a thing, that's a thing you would do for sure. Like,
Sure, especially if I was having fun.
yeah, exactly,
Like,
yeah. But
You're not going to discourage my fun. Come on. Like,
But he ends everything like he ends every video with you something, and may the small folk sing songs of your greatness, which is so great.
Yeah,
but
that
since
is
the
pretty good.
Game of Thrones thing, he's been saying since may the free folk
Yeah.
sing songs of your greatness,
yeah.
which is just such great shade,
Yeah.
So I kind of like that channel, although he puts out too much. Like I get exhausted from it. Like I started subscribing to him and was like, oh, there's like six I haven't watched in the last hour.
He does like 3 or 4 things a day.
yeah, he's one of the prolifics.
What I give him credit for is he actually does like a bulleted, like, here's a 15-minute this poignant thing I want to talk about this one thing. But then he does like at least 1, if not 2, live streams that are 2+ hours each.
Yes.
Every day.
Well,
Yes.
motherfucker clearly doesn't have anything else going on.
Because he makes money doing live streams. He gets hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
If you come across a YouTuber that puts out 3 to 4 videos a day and does live streams routinely, they are clearly making their living off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And they are doing
He
it
is, yes.
because of their being prolific
Yeah.
in their content creation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just that's impressive. But I mean, you can tell
Right.
even then, even without knowing what he does, you can see. Well, what would you call it, Dylan? It was like there's an art to what their studio space looks like behind, like all the art that you actually place and how you present what your little man cave is.
Oh
when you
yeah,
stream.
yeah. Set decoration or whatever.
Yeah, that's a really big deal. But like when I first saw his microphone and all the shit that he had on it, just his microphone, I was like, you've been doing this for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's like when Jack Black started the Jablonski,
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about
his
that.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like he was basically trying to sort of ape PewDiePie, the largest,
Sure.
largest single content creator, longest running. He's got 90+ million subscribers.
Right.
Just got beat by T-Series. It's super stupid drama. Nobody cares.
Is it about makeup?
No, but no. The thing is, like, he went like Jack Black apparently clearly had the idea of like watching YouTubers and how they're in their bedroom. They have like their sets. They have their thing. It changes every now and again. Like it's not professional. It's somebody's fucking room. Like that's what they do. So he just did it in his living room / office, like at his house. Like that's his set. He's in a rolly chair, and he's just like doing it like one cam, like just fucking around on YouTube like all the YouTubers do. But of course he's got a bajillion subscribers because he's Jack Black. But
Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
Like he wanted to capture the spirit of like popular YouTubers and kind of how that shit's never really changed, regardless of how successful they've been. It's still a guy in his room or a girl in her room or
Very true.
something else in their room. These days, and it's just not it's not a super professional. It's not like a Philip DeFranco style, like where they have they have an office space and they have sets and they have different like things for their podcast, for his videos. And it's changed over the years.
Right.
And they'll make fucking shows about that when they move or they change things or build new stuff. But they actually build sets and do really cool work with that. And it's different, but I like the ones who are just like, no, I'm in my jammies because I wanted to make a video. And it's like, all right.
There's no shortage of that.
No, none at all. But I really appreciated Jack Block just hopping on that particular bandwagon when he's just like, yeah, I'll just be in my jammies. I want to make a video.
What was that channel called again?
Jablonski.
Okay. And you also told me it was a Binging with Babbage?
Binging with Babish is one of the greatest cooking shows on YouTube. He takes, originally the shtick was he would take a clip or get suggestions about a clip of a food item mentioned or described in a TV show or a movie or something, and he would recreate it and just walk you through how to make it. And then if they're ridiculous, he'll make it the way they, like, you remember that Good Place episode when Chidi had met the time knife?
The time knife.
And then had like a breakdown, and he was in the class making chili, put the M&Ms in the chili and make it taste bad. Like, he made, like, one of his latest episodes was making Chidi's chili. And like, so that was his shtick, and he's gotten huge off of this, and he's a wonderful channel, absolutely wonderful. I love it. I have to watch it every single time, no matter how behind I am on something else.
Right.
That takes some precedence. It's a great channel.
Does he? Do you know, or have you watched enough of it where? So especially with Chidi's chili, if the instructions are a little different than the actual food looks like, he'll try to make it he'll try to make exactly what they say.
Yeah, and then
will he try to like actually make a real version of it?
Yeah, but then he'll go and go. Let's see if we can improve this idea.
Right.
And then he'll go about it a different way, and like,
because you could just make mole, I guess, if you really wanted to make chocolate chili accurately or something,
Well, but he will then take the inspiration of that idea and say, can we make something actually like good out of this concept? And some shows, some ideas work better than others. Obviously,
Sure.
like Chidi's chili's not supposed to work. Like,
Right.
He's suffering.
Right.
Like,
But
You saw the time knife.
yes, he saw the fucking time knife.
cheesy blasters would probably work pretty easily too. Time knife.
He might have.
love that.
I mean, long ago, he might have actually done an episode
Cheesy
on that.
blaster.
I'm not.
Jeremy Bearimy, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Also, I missed The Good Place.
Oh, I know.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Is it coming back?
It's
Yeah.
not canceled.
It's not canceled.
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so they have at least one season.
They have at least one more season.
Do we know if they film everything in advance?
I would imagine so. That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, sometimes they'll do episode. They'll have a plan, a trajectory for it, and say episode, and then they run out of funding or they get canceled so they can't
No,
finish
I
it.
think Good Place, because they only do 12 episodes. They shoot them all.
But
and-
yeah, I don't
Okay,
know. I don't
okay.
know. I think it'd be wise not to do that particular method now these days.
Absolutely
Like-
wise, but that's not...
Like, shoot the shit out of it and then release it all at once, kind of thing, is more like, you had the funding to shoot the shit out of it. Shoot the shit out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
like
most sitcoms traditionally do not do that.
Right.
They had maybe a 1 or 2 month advance.
But
That's
a lot,
it
yeah,
for
but
most
a
episodes.
lot of sitcoms, like back in the day, were literally filmed before a live studio audience, allegedly.
Like Abby's Place?
Yeah, allegedly.
Abby's
Don't get me
Place.
started. That show hasn't been canceled yet.
Whoop. Hit that twice, sorry.
Yeah, wrong button.
It hasn't been canceled yet.
It has not. It still is airing episodes.
Well, that's cool.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
Not.
All right. No,
Yeah.
Oh, I like money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a good YouTube channel. Alex French Guy Cooking, also a really good one. He's French.
Oh, good.
But
Okay.
as far as set pieces go, like a lot of his content, especially recently, because he does these like little series, like how to make the perfect something, and he does all this like research and science and stuff into it, and has these things and goes to places, learns stuff. It's really fun. He's got a great personality for a French person. But his studio, he does a bunch of like DIY 3D print stuff, and he like makes his own tools. Like he just, like, his latest video was his croissant dough roller. That's a very important part that he learned about how to make actual French croissant. And so he built one, and then it broke, and then he 3D printed a bunch of parts and redesigned the whole thing, and now it's not broken, and it's delightful.
That's
fucking delightful.
That's fucking amazing.
And but like he just had his studio renovated, so you can see like the befores and afters. He'll walk you through like one of his videos is just his whole tour about what he's going to do and what this part's for and why it's important. And, I don't know, awesome stuff. There's some good shit out there amongst the sea, the very ocean of fucking trash.
Yeah, especially because my channel, all my recommendations on YouTube now are all people who are trying to take down CinemaSins. Because I watched one video, and now everyone wants to fucking do it. That is definitely a cottage industry that I never thought would actually happen.
Oh God, yes, it's a thing. Somebody in your once you have orbit of some kind around a concept, there, and you're part of that. Like, and there's a bunch of other ones. The minute you step out of line on that, everyone gets to see everyone's fucking response to you stepping out of line about something.
Right.
And it's just, it eats itself.
Meanwhile,
it eats itself constantly.
7 years of podcasting, no negative feedback yet. Step up, bitches.
Yeah, for we orbit nothing. You orbit us.
Let's take a break. Let's reevaluate this. We'll be back after this. My 46-year-old male friend does not deserve any of this. Ooh, welcome back to the show, everybody. Segment 3. So this is the time we can actually talk about some serious stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Abortion in the United States is really kind of fucking weird, isn't it, fellas?
It is. It's, yeah.
I don't know much about much, but I do know that it's not that funny. I wish it was that funny. Sweeping rights. Do we want to talk about this? It's not fun. It's never fun.
Well, no, it's also, I mean, on a particularly divisive, like consistently divisive topic.
Yes.
I think we could talk about it. It's just, we're not experts on it.
Well, we don't have to be experts to talk about
we
people
can extrapolate these decisions and the details of them and realize why it's a fucking terrible idea.
I can say this: the people in these state legislatures are not experts on health care or women's issues at all. So
we
are as equally talented and capable of talking about this as they are.
Possibly more so because we know how to use our phones.
Correct.
That's true.
We're also capable of listening to other opinions that are not our own and going, maybe you have something there.
Yes.
I'll rethink my position before I outlaw your right to have a safe medical procedure.
You're insane. You're insane. Talk about this. What?
Which again makes us qualified. Okay, we're ready. We're there.
All right. So, Alabama's ruling, and then also Georgia
and Missouri. Georgia hasn't passed yet.
Oh, Georgia hasn't passed yet?
No.
Oh.
Because
that's why they're getting all the flack from all the people who are like, we won't film in your state anymore if you do this
Netflix.
Shit.
Well, no, I thought the governor already signed it. I thought the governor signed it today.
I don't know about today. That may be true. But Netflix and a couple of other large corporations were saying, we won't film movies there anymore because fuck you.
Major networks are saying it too. I saw ABC, NBC. I think I saw Fox, but it's like Fox's TV wing is way different than the news wing for sure. So, and that worked before. That worked previously when they actually had the conversation and saying like, no, do not do this, or we're going to pull out. And they said, all right, we'll figure it out. And then the New Orleans one is actually worse. I don't know if you saw the New Orleans one. The New Orleans one doesn't even have exceptions for incest or for rape.
Yeah, it's basically, if we think we hear a heartbeat, you can't have an abortion.
Yeah.
No question. That's it. And that's
as they place the monitor on your heart, like, right? That's mine. That's mine, dog.
Sadly, that's not that far from the truth. Because fetal heartbeat, you've been a dad a couple times now. It varies. It's sometimes you think you hear it, sometimes you don't. It could be 6 weeks. It could be 12 weeks before you actually hear a heartbeat.
Yeah, and then on the checkups, even after you heard it the first time on the checkups, it really depends on what position the kid's in. Like, in the belly, like, they have to rove around to get that again. Yeah. Like, A, the image, and B, the sound, the audio.
So now they're shifting the law to...
Also, most people don't know they're pregnant 6 weeks in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one funny way of saying it was, at 6 weeks, at the beginning of those 6 weeks, I haven't even had sex yet.
Right.
Which took me a second to think about. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, and I think I mean, there are perfectly acceptable, reasonable arguments on the opposite side of, say, me on the issue. I am a pro-choice. I am like I don't think it should be a situation taken lightly.
Yeah.
Or a decision made lightly.
Oh no, sure.
I would be upset with somebody who's just like nonchalantly aborting kids and just like,
oh yeah, sure.
But I just don't think very many of those people actually exist. I think that is a straw man argument.
Yeah.
Like
I completely agree with you.
It's like I don't think anybody really comes to that decision super duper like lightly and nonchalantly.
Right.
It is painful. It is terrifying.
It is incredibly painful.
And
it's painful. That's the thing that I think a lot of people fucking miss.
Right.
Like, I mean, I've never been through it, but I've known people who've gone through it. I've known friends of friends of friends. You have as well, Dylan? Yeah. I mean, like,
no, I've gone through that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's really fucking painful. It's not just like, I'm going to go pop over and get an abortion. It's like, it's
on my lunch break.
Right.
Like, it isn't. It is not. And I think a lot of these lawmakers are looking at it like it is something like, oh, they just have carte blanche to just kill children all day long. And
I'm going to be a whore. I'm going to get pregnant. I'm going to have some abortions. I'm going to keep fucking.
Yeah. Right.
Like, no.
And be back to work by the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like, no, motherfucker. Like, that is not how this fucking reality is.
For my personal experience of having been in a relationship where that happened, no one takes that decision lightly, no matter what the circumstances.
Right.
Any woman making that choice is making a difficult choice.
Yeah.
Whether it's personal, whether it's religious, whether it's how the baby got up in there. I mean, it's not an easy call, no matter what.
But that's bullshit, Dylan. Don't you understand?
No one.
Jesus wanted you to have this
No
baby.
one does that lightly. I guarantee fucking you that.
That's my stance on it. Is I think a lot of people discredit that the weight of that decision and how it affects the people involved in making that decision for whatever reasons. Yeah. It is never. I hope it's never like some thoughtless exercise, some absolute disregard. I see that as less of a reality, and it sounds like a lot of the people up there making these laws and trying to pass these laws, that's how they view the entire concept.
Absolutely.
Blanket view of the entire concept. Yeah. Everyone's just really irresponsible, and this is a way for them to cover their crimes.
And combined with, like, and you touched on it too, like combined on the hardest part and the conversation we just don't have, which is the conversation we should have, which is, when does life begin? Because
that conversation is still happening.
No, but I mean, saying like, but it's not the exciting conversation. It's not the conversation that has the media exposure. It's killing a kid. And, I'm not killing a kid. And like, that's it. It all ends there. It's like, because like biblically, there's actually a lot of canonical evidence or precedent that says that no, you're not supposed to do anything like if like even if as soon as a baby is, even by rape, like that
is conceived. It has a soul.
Yeah, but like
it's four cells right now.
But it begins at breath. It begins at actual breath outside the womb. It's like it's in like Genesis 2:7 or something like that.
Oh well, actually,
like, there's even more than that.
Yeah, that's important because like I just had a kid and it is a natural birth, unlike the first kid, and once that head pops out, which I won't go into further detail because it's horrifying. He's not like, they're not breathing. They don't have to. They haven't had to the entire time because it's the umbilical cord still attached.
That's
and all
the
that
point.
Stuff.
That's the point. It's like,
But yeah, and then like once you pull them out all the way, then they're like, fuck, it's cold and bright and this is stupid. This is stupid. Yeah. Just like every human ever.
Every human's an agoraphobe for at least 3 seconds.
Yeah.
No. There was a
put me back.
I get really frustrated because that argument isn't there. But then I read this really funny. So it was kind of a treatise. It was a long. It was also on Reddit. So take that for fucking whatever you want. But what I loved about it was very simple. It was like, what we're trying to figure out when life begins, but we're not having the conversation of what life is worth. As we look at what life is worth when we're comparing it to different things. Like we've said, like at 6 weeks, the kid only has the same kind of brain power as like a Gulf shrimp. But here's the thing. At some point, we're also combining our interests in what's more important. So we can say a dolphin's more important than a cow, right? Because dolphin is more complex than a cow. We try not to kill dolphins. We try not to kill whales.
We honestly should. Dolphins are fucking cunts.
Sure, but we look at dolphins as intelligent creatures. We look at squid kind of getting closer to that, so even though squid are delicious.
Octopi are also intelligent creatures, but they don't just murder for fun.
Well, yes.
They do steal things for fun, but
let's get off the dolphin thing for a second. Because the point is that at some point, the fetus is less intelligent than the things that we eat, and eventually smarter than the things we choose not to eat. So at some point, we have to say, this is not that important. We have to make those different lines in the sand. We have to.
Yeah.
But no one wants to have that fucking conversation.
And that is
because it sucks.
A difficult, very
is.
difficult conversation to have.
Right.
What needs to happen? Because what sucks is you could easily start painting a weird picture of what is quality of life, and that suddenly merges into eugenics land. Like you don't want to go there.
Oh no!
It almost immediately evolves into eugenics.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And that's why this is a conversation that needs to happen, because it is that complicated. It is that weird.
Yeah.
But there are realistic times when you have a fetus that is of an age where, there's a heartbeat, there may be some arms and limbs, but you can tell right away that that child will be dead within 6 months of being born.
Yeah.
It's better to have an abortion. It's medically better for the mom. It's medically better for the quality of life of whatever that unborn child is.
Yeah.
It's just a better decision. However, that's where it gets murky, and
murky as fuck.
I know,
already murky.
And I appreciate the argument, but with that, we need to have that argument. We need to have those things. We need to fight that battle of quality of life.
Yeah.
Not it has 4 cells now, so it's clearly alive because Jesus said so. Jesus, fuck you.
Well, and that was my point.
Nobody cares what you think your magical sky dad thinks.
Well, that's what I was saying.
That's not helpful.
That's why I was bringing up the contradiction there. Is that the magical sky dad actually says there's parts in the Bible that say that having an abortion is not the part. That life begins X, and life beginning X is way farther than 6 weeks. In some places in the Bible, it says literally happens as soon as birth happens. And so anytime before that, conception, 6 weeks, 18 weeks, whatever it might be,
again,
$1.
I would still discount the Bible's take on it myself, but
of course.
I know what the point you're trying to make.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
I know they do.
I was going to say, however, the Bible actually might be more accurate than the Mississippi and Louisiana state legislatures as far as the science on this matter.
Yeah.
But it's like the way I see it. I mean, this is this is never a fun topic. It cannot be a fun topic. You can't. Even me, I cannot make this topic fun. Which is frustrating.
I know we've had some laughs.
I also lovely that you tooted your own horn there. That you know that you can make a fun time happen.
Nothing. I firmly believe nothing is inherently fun, and anything that is fun, you made fun. Like you had to apply. It's the absurdist concept of meaning, fun, any of it.
Sure.
You have to have fun at something.
Sure.
There's
also multiple types of fun. We can get Chance to come over and talk about the multiple types of fun too, because
we could.
The degrees of fun.
Well, but this particular topic, I find it thwarts my ability to have fun with.
Yeah.
It's not fun, and it super sucks, and there are very few answers, and none of the paths. It's brown grass both sides. None of the paths are right.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't be. But I'll say this: if you have an 18-week-old fetus inside of you, and you want to qualify that as life, have a surgeon take it out and see how long it lasts.
Right. Right.
See how it grows.
Yeah,
see how it lives. Is that a life? Is that a life you want to give somebody else?
Right.
Is that a life?
Right.
I tend
tell me that's life.
I tend to my science brain to kind of follow that track as well. However, unfortunately, science is pretty good. We could probably keep a fetus and gestate it for the rest of its existence.
Under 26.
Should we?
Under
We
20,
shouldn't.
Yeah.
But definitely not at 6 weeks. Definitely not.
Under 26 weeks, and that is really, really stretching the budget, as it were, to keep this thing alive. Under that, it is nigh impossible. There's just not enough development, and there's not enough anything we can artificially give to coax that development.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't qualify that as life. I can't because it can't.
It could not survive on its own in any capacity or develop
Even
further.
with help.
Yeah.
It couldn't survive even with help.
Ton of help. Just
Yeah.
couldn't. Because
Millions of dollars
important
worth
too.
of help.
Yeah.
And it's like so if you want to set a goalpost, like maybe that's a way to look at it. Like if it had to happen right now, super duper early,
Yep.
could you get it through
Right.
up to where it needs to be? If so, maybe you have an argument about what is and is not life.
Right. Yeah. Right.
If definitely not, then you fucking shut up. I don't care how complicated the collection of cells has become. It's not life.
Yeah. And that's the law they won't pass.
Yeah.
When does life begin is not what they're arguing.
Right.
They'll argue like, well, we think this thing and we have enough people to vote for it. And that's
Right.
what's
But
so
that's the
shitty.
brown grass on the other side. It's like now
Yeah.
we're going to stomp on your options. Like we're going to stomp on your choices. Your possibilities are now limited because we read the Bible. Like I mean,
Again, this is
right.
the most intelligent conversation that has ever happened in the Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana legislature on this topic.
Yeah.
3 white men talking about, reproductive rights.
And it'll also come
okay, you made it fun. Well done, Dylan.
and it also
here all
probably,
week.
We'll probably come to Texas here pretty soon too. So we'll see what
Yeah, we're getting close.
yeah, we're getting close.
Although Texas is I saw recently some politicos consider Texas officially a purple state now.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you have to. It's politicos. Like you can't.
Oh no, I know.
They actually
I know.
don't run anything. So it's
Well, the only caveat to that is Texas has the second or third worst gerrymandering situation in the country.
well, yeah, but it's just
delicious, Dylan.
Yeah.
It is like amazing to look at that spark out like
Right.
like a fucking shuriken.
take
you
that,
know?
Alaska. Yeah, you're bigger.
If
We
not
have
for
more
our
people.
gerrymandering, we would be a blue state. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Now, granted, also it's like Texas. What I like about Texas is
Dairy Queen.
we're y'all's capital.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
Austin is just a constant foil for a lot of things, and I like that.
Thank God, really.
I mean, I don't like a lot of it, or I think some of them are misguided concepts and nobody thinks them through, and you're in college, shut up. Like, that sort of thing. I'm an old man. But, yeah, I like that Austin, the capital, is as fucked up and weird as it is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's value there.
Yeah.
I value that.
I hearken it to, or I liken it to, excuse me, like the family that is Texas has had enough kids that the black sheep that is Austin, like, is cool enough. They're like, actually, we should be listening to them a little bit more and like spreading out, where they're saying like, actually, I don't know why you didn't like them in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to follow them for a bit because they're way cool at family reunions.
F1.
It's the abortion police.
That is the signal to take a break. Let's come back with one last segment. And then...
Uno mas. Okay, you made it fun. Well done, Dylan.
Welcome to the show, everybody! Segment 4, it's just second. We're hanging out. We have about 10 minutes, we'll say.
All right.
We haven't actually gone that long. We just had some good conversations in the breaks. But some very serious conversations, very serious topics, whatever. As we do, I guess, on this show. Thanks for
Third
listening.
segment's hard now, boys. I'm not going to lie.
I know.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. But this is our last bit. We can talk about whatever has happened over the week that we missed, anything that's interesting.
Nintendo has officially announced they will no longer support or develop for the 3DS. It is dead.
Oh, wow.
True
Okay.
story. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it because I never had one, but I know you're not supposed to give one to a child under 6. That's all I know about it.
That's true. It will fuck up their brains.
Oh, their eyes, actually. It will fuck up their eyes.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean, though. Like, and their eyes and the processing and
again,
how...
that's debatable. Like, I don't... There wasn't, like, a huge study done on, like, pre-6-year-olds and their fucked up ass eyes because their parents brought them a 3DS kind of thing. Like, I have not seen any data or white papers. Or anything.
Sure.
They were just like, this is legal, obviously, like hedging their bets.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It might be akin to South Korean fan death
rom-coms.
theories, like maybe someone in Japan was like, no, my kid's autistic because of 3DS or like some 3D technology or something, and they're like, and
or
Nintendo,
the measles vaccine.
because Nintendo doesn't, they don't take risks when it comes to they've never taken risks, really. They do the most simple technology they can and just say like, well, this is fun, and everyone goes, yay, and then they make $1 billion fucking dollars. But,
so here's another thing. I just headlined it. I've done no research. I just did right before I left to come here.
okay.
There is the possibility, and I can't wait to look it up when I get home. There is the possibility of detection of bubonic plague in L.A. Because L.A. and San Francisco were just like people shitting in the streets, fucking needles everywhere.
Let me back up. So, are you saying that there is a possible risk of a bubonic plague outbreak in L.A.?
Correct.
Okay.
Lauren A, what up? Lauren A, what up? What up?
Congratulations on the baby.
Thanks. You'll make a great father.
10 legs, 10 toes, yes.
But there's supposed to be 10? Fuck. Shit. We still stand up when we poop, though, right?
Yeah. Is there a
Yes. Obviously. What are we, cavemen?
Is this
Japanese?
Periscope?
This is no one uses Periscope anymore. You look amazing.
Where's my hearts?
Oh, I can't do that. There's nothing here. No,
Where's my dog
this
nose
is free
and ears?
software.
There's so many old school ones there.
I know, it's killing me.
I gotta dive down into like 2006 one more time.
We'll be done in a second. Oh shit! Hi. I'm sorry. So,
Oh, we're getting distracted,
Yeah.
boys and girls and others.
Record scratch noise.
what's going on?
So my question to Adam was, so you're saying there is a possibility of there actually being bubonic plague in Los Angeles?
Correct.
And then now they are developing
according-
technology to sense this?
According to the headlines, well, no, it's pretty easy to fuck. We know what the symptoms or whatever of the, or like what the virus of that is. Like we know.
Oh, no, actually, I'm curious. Do we? Because it was a thing
Yeah, they
that
probably
died
got
out.
they probably got like a culture of the shit in the fucking vault with all the other deadly crap.
Well, and the
Right.
bubonic-
Because it died out, hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Correct. But in order to study it historically, medically, blah, 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 of course they have a culture. Of course they can make it happen. Of course.
I'm curious that I don't doubt you, but I question if that is true.
Well, apparently, if you shit in the streets long enough with enough people, like, stuff can mutate and weird things can hapen. And I can't
That's
wait.
how we got there in the first place. That,
Yeah.
that means that we're also throwing our homeless where
Well,
we
it was
eat.
rats, technically, in the first place, but there was a lot of feces involved there, too.
Well, it was throwing feces around where we eat. It was rats.
Not washing hands.
Not washing hands. Rats not washing their hands.
Yeah, rats are the worst about that.
Oh, they're fucking awful. Little,
That's why Ratatouille is the worst movie ever. Because that fucker never washed his hands
And he
ever.
was cooking food for people.
that is false. He does wash his hands in that movie. You should
does.
watch it again. He absolutely does. It's a cute little scene where he takes two little dribbles and goes blip, blip, blip and washes his
and
hands.
technically, he's not the
Well, I
one
appreciate you
doing
busting
the
my balls in
cooking.
that one. Yeah.
Good shade, but sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's controlling,
He's controlling
the dude. Yeah.
the man thing that does the cooking, and
That's right.
he probably makes the man thing wash his hands.
It's been a
So-
few years since I've seen it. So
We have never seen the man dude wash his hands though. So it
wasn't in the
stands
movie?
Up. It stands up. I don't remember seeing him wash his hands ever, but the rat does. So
Hard with the cover up. That's that.
Big France.
so we all agree that Patton Oswalt is awesome.
He
Oh
sure
yeah,
is,
absolutely.
Also, if you don't know this and you listen to this, if you're still listening to this, that's still considered one of the most accurate and like not essential, but it's still a very accurate movie when it comes to cuisine. And
Oh,
how
yeah,
things work in kitchens and shit, which is like really, really charming that they got
They,
everything right.
they did put
Yeah.
the work in, at least in France, I suppose. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some kitchens in town that do not work anywhere like that.
I started. I subscribed to a channel called Movie
Bob?
not Movie Bob. No, no.
That is a channel.
No,
He kind of sucks.
A
I don't like it.
subreddit. It's a subreddit where like just like at movie details, r/movie details, and it's really great when it looks at like, especially looking at the first John Wick versus the second John Wick. That's my own fucking thing. Fuck you. But like what they do and how they do things, and one of my favorite things is from the end of Ratatouille. Main character is they're worried about the critic. The critic coming in and ruining all of their shit, right?
Yeah.
And he has a quote where he will only swallow food that he loves. And he's a skinny, rail-ass dude until the very end where he's eating at this one restaurant that's
And remembers his childhood.
And he is, at the end when he's eating at the restaurant that's completely run by rats and he has gained a bunch of weight. And it's like, oh, that's really sweet. But they didn't explain it. They just showed it. That's why
Right.
Pixar is so fucking great. And that's why John Wick 2 is the worst movie that's ever come out. I mean,
What did you think about the third one?
I haven't seen the third one yet.
Me either, but I heard it was good.
I mean, I've heard it's good too.
Some idiots thought the second one was good.
A lot of the idiots who like the second one really like the third one too. So
It's hard to say.
yeah, it's hard to say. Dylan, anything that happened over the week that we should have talked about? We haven't talked about.
Nah, we got it covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really hope LA got the plague.
Yeah, let's just go back with this.
Spoiler alert.
We don't have enough time to continue down that road, but we can do that again. What are we going to cheers this week, guys?
We are.
Apparently the plague.
to killing a lot of people.
I have lived in Los Angeles. It deserves an enema. Yeah.
To the plague!
To the plague, I guess. Cheers to the plague. Well, that's our show. I'd say let's go and wrap it up. Adam, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you. That went down weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
not done the soup shoot?
Wrong shoot.
Wrong
Partially.
shoot.
Partial. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. Thank you for having me again.
Of course, all the time, every time, anytime, whenever.
I'll be here anytime you call.
Well, get your
you
lungs
survive,
in order.
yeah.
Oh, he's got the plague.
Ah, shit, LA. Fuck LA. Goldfinger had a song about that.
Oh, yeah.
Good song.
I have had more motorcycles stolen than Nirvana has songs about heroin.
Yeah.
It's a lyric from that song that's fucking perfect.
It is brilliant.
Dylan, thanks for coming to help and run the show.
Yay!
If you like the show, you want to know more about the show, you can go to contentpending.com. It's contentpending.com. You can find Pokemon codes and ringtones. You can find the episodes we've done before. We can see all the podcasts we've done in the past. If you like any of those, please go tell us what you like. Maybe we'll start them back up again. You could go see us on YouTube, where we're streaming live right now, youtube.com/contentpending. And see any of the things that we've done before. You can also listen to podcasts there. We always put up the podcasts as we record them up on YouTube. Thank you very much, Dylan.
Can't you yell at
As
Alexa
he
or
dances.
something?
Yeah, you can also ask your smart speaker, if you have a smart speaker, to play a podcast, because we are on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on the Google Play Store, we're on every place where you can get any kind of podcast, any kind of way you can consume podcasts. But you can also ask Alexa, your Google Home, or whatever the thing, and say like, hey, play a Content Pending podcast, or podcast Content Pending. Check it out. Pretty cool. Pretty rad. You can just do your dishes, whatever. But you can also find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. Instagram is contentpending.com, DOTCOM, all spelled all the way out just because, whatever. And you interact with all of us. And if you like the show, please tell your friends about this show. We, as all other things that happen on the internet, only exist to entertain you, unless you suck, Greg. You suck, Greg.
Yeah, Greg.
Fucker. But yeah, go and reach out to us on those things. And also 802-359-7468. That's 802-359-SHOT. Phone number where you can call or text. You can leave your opinions on the episode you've heard, or maybe ask us a question that we can answer in kind the next episode. Whatever you can do, whatever you want to do. Tell some people, do some stuff, whatever. Pizza time, close down. See you next week. I'm Travis. Love you. Bye.
Content pending.